and welcome to TezMania TV, where I am doing a demo with the Pro Precision brushes in this video. You guys saw me pick up a full set of these. I think there's 10 in the full kit. I'm going to be using 5 of these today. I showed them to you in my previous collective haul video, and I had a couple of discussions with some of you online. Sorry about being all sweaty, by the way, I just played with my dog. I've had discussions with a couple of you guys online about these and what you think of them and what I think of them, so I thought I'd make a video showing you how I use them and what I think about them. So honestly, first off, I was like, yeah, they're very soft and comfortable and fabulous, but then trying them, I don't know, I feel like I get the same results as I do using my fingers, but they are quite comfortable and it feels a little bit more luxurious than using my fingers to apply my base. So I'm going to apply my base today the way I do when I use my brushes. However, you can of course use these brushes for other things than just applying your base. But that is my favorite area to use them for, so that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, so I'm going to start by applying my regular liquid foundation, which is the Longwear Blur Foundation by Illuminate, Finnish brand, cruelty-free, and the brightest color called Light Ivory, which is 0. I'll just dab a little blob of this on my hand, and then the sized brush I use for foundation is this size. You use them for whatever you like. There are no rules for how to use them. You just choose whichever brush for what you like. It's pretty big, so you can like cover the big areas fast, but it's small enough to also be able to go in under the eyes and things like that. So this is the third one. Like this, size-wise, this is the biggest one. Second biggest one, and then we have this one, and that's the one that I like to use. So I just kind of blob it into the foundation and then just kind of start working my way across my face. The advantage that the brushes have compared to using your fingers is obviously the fact that you don't end up with product on your hands, which can be a good thing. And then just pick up what's left and do the other side. So it is pretty quick. Don't forget about the ears. And my first, like very initial thought when I tried them the first time was that they soaked up some of the product, but I actually take that back. They don't soak up nearly as much as a sponge does, for instance. But then again, your fingers don't soak it up either, so it's still a tie for me. But yeah, now I have the base. So just the foundation. So I'm going to be moving on to the brush that is one size smaller than the one I just used. This one I used for foundation, and now we're going to use this one for concealer. Actually, this is not a concealer, this is a foundation too, but it's so thick and high coverage that it's almost like a foundation. It is the Picture Perfect foundation from Face Stockholm, which is a Swedish brand. And the shade is the one of the lightest ones they have, which is called Shade D. And I'm running low, so I have to get some new ones, so I'll just pop the little brush in here and then go over the areas that need a little bit more coverage, like underneath the eyes. And I like taking that over the cheekbones as well because my cheeks tend to be pretty red. And down the center of my nose, just a little bit in the middle of my forehead, a little bit on the chin, a little bit on the cupid's bow, just to raise that a little bit, and then just kind of getting rid of if I have anything left. And there we have the foundation and concealer done. For powder, I prefer to use a puff, so I'm not going to be using the brushes for powder, but you can totally use the biggest one for powder if you like. So I'm just going to quickly do powder so that we can move on. And then for the shading, I'm going to be using the same product that I always use, which is a micro shadow in the shade Beaver from Makeup Store, which is a cold brown. And then I'm using the second to largest brush for this. I do have other brushes to do contouring and things like that that I really like, but just to show you guys, I'm going to be using this one instead. So I kind of just do like that, and then do this. Took that a little too far down, so I'm just going back in with whatever foundation is left on that third brush and just kind of going over that. And then for the other side, just go over whatever you usually do. This is really fast and soft, so I really like that one. And then for my nose contour, I'm using one of the smaller brushes, which looks like this. So it's a narrow, thin one. This is really good for your nose contour. Using that same product, I'm just kind of doing a line from the side of my nose and then just up, up, up. So this brush makes it very easy to do really straight lines, which is good for nose contour. And then for blusher, obviously you could use any of these brushes to do the blush, but I actually prefer to use one of my old normal brushes for the blush, and I also don't want to get blush on the precision brushes because I'm going to be using the largest one in a second. So I'll just do the blush with this brush. And then for the largest one, I'm going to go in with my highlighter. And as always, I'm using the Vivid Baked highlighter in Pink Lights by Revolution Makeup. And this is just a fantastic highlighter, so I really don't need much product at all. And I'm just going to gently like dab this wherever I want some highlights. There we have my full base done with precision brushes. And here is the finished look with the full makeup, just to show you what it looks like without being just a base. So yeah, the precision brushes, a bunch of different companies make them, so there are a ton of price ranges as well to choose from. I got the cheap ones and they work really good for being so cheap. So I like them, but I don't think that they're all that crazy impressive and get results that I wouldn't be able to get without them. I would definitely say that they're better than using a sponge for foundation, for instance, and that they're incredibly soft and handy and fast, definitely. I do use them pretty much every single day now though, so I guess you can say that I'm for them. So that's it for this video. If you guys have any questions about the brushes, go ahead and put that in the comments below, as always. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.